lot of YouTubers make best of videos at this time of the year, and I certainly am not above jumping on that best of YouTube bandwagon. So after about 5 minutes of brainstorming on how this video will be structured, I realized that my best of will be a bit different than most. I mean, that's due to the fact that I'm not a typical home audio reviewer, and I like to mix it up between new and vintage stuff. I figured I should actually make 2 videos, one as best of new and the second one as best of vintage and used. Makes sense, right? The new gear contenders will be devices that I purchased new or were loaned to me during 2021. They're not all products that were newly released in 2021. Some were released several years ago, but still remain current models available to purchase new today. And I'm pleased to say that everything I tried was very nice and did exactly as advertised. Obviously, this is a very subjective and personal list. So how do I decide what is best for me? Well, I'm pretty happy with all my purchases, but best of, or the top ones, will be devices that made the biggest impact, changed the way I see a particular component, and ones I actually use and enjoy the most. These are a few of the new components that I had the pleasure of experiencing during the past 12 months, and I have to say, they were all very good. Although I prefer to listen to music through loudspeakers, there are times when listening at higher volumes may annoy other members of my household. And that's when headphones come in handy. I hadn't owned a proper pair in a few years, so when it was time to purchase a new set, I had to do some online research. I concluded that a good match and safe purchase to use with my shit Valhalla 2 amp would be the highly regarded classic Sennheiser HD650s. And I've not been disappointed at all. These are terrific open-backed headphones, very comfortable, well-balanced, with a rich and wonderful mid-range. The bass does not go super low, and the high frequencies don't reach the resolution of other models I've heard, but overall they have an engaging, non-fatiguing, balanced sound quality and physical comfort that leads to many hours of enjoyable, sustained listening. The Triangle Borea Bro 3 loudspeaker is another product that can provide many hours of fatigue-free listening pleasure. They really impressed and became my go-to bookshelf stand mount speaker of 2021. The SMSL SA400 amplifier really opened up my eyes to how impressive Class D can sound, especially when paired with the right speakers. There was so much clarity, drive, and bass authority on tap from such a compact component. Class D certainly does not suck. I have never owned a dedicated streaming device before. I have done what most people do. I stream from my iPhone or iPad or computer. But what if I wanted to access my lossless and high-res streaming music service to a system that's not easily connected to my computer or mobile device? So I did some research and purchased the 2021 Bluesound Node, which is connected to the system right over here. I wanted a simple, straightforward streaming setup that could be controlled with a computer or a mobile device without using Bluetooth. I'm using it with Amazon HD Music Service and with Apple Music through AirPlay. I also like that I can rip lossless files from my growing CD collection to this tiny 256 gigabyte USB drive that plugs into the back of the Node. And I use the BlueOS app to access those files to play them. The BlueOS app works fine, but I don't find the user interface to be particularly outstanding to use with Amazon HD on my Mac or Apple devices. It's very functional, but there is usually some lag and a few bugs and annoyances that I have to work around. Although the built-in DAC of the Node sounds pretty good, its coaxial output is connected to this external topping DAC for a bit better performance. The topping D70S DAC is my next contender for Best of 2021. Apos Audio lent me the D70S to evaluate, and it was immediately noticeable that it was a far superior sounding DAC to any one I'd owned previously. So I bought a discounted certified unit from Apos, and I've been very pleased with my purchase ever since. Besides sounding very good with an impressive build quality, it has the ubiquitous topping and SMSL style remote control and can be used as a simple preamp if needed. It's a DAC. Not much more to say, is there? It functions as advertised and sounds really good. Oh, and I also like that it can handle all of the D to A processing in the system. The Bluesound, the Toshiba DVD CD player, and the Parks Audio Puffin phono preamp. Wait, did I say the topping DAC is connected to a phono preamp? That's correct. The Parks Audio Puffin is a revolutionary phono preamp that takes the analog signal from a turntable, digitizes it to 2496, applies perfect RIAA equalization and very clever DSP to the signal before it sends an analog signal to your amplifier. It also provides an amazing array of useful vinyl record playing tools. The features I use the most are the warmth and air settings. These allow you to tailor the sound to enhance a poorly recorded disc or to achieve improved synergy with an amplifier or loudspeakers. The magic feature subtly and effectively removes much of the surface noise from your vinyl records. And the grade feature analyzes the amount of wear on your records and gives them a grade from A+ to F. Does the sound from your turntable sound digital or processed? No, not at all. I believe even the most ardent analog purist would have a tough time hearing the difference between the Puffin and a conventional phono preamp. The analog purists out there have voiced their objections to a device like this. But to me and many others who actually own a Puffin, it's the sound quality that comes out that matters most, right? And to me it sounds amazing, and I believe this type of digital technology will become more commonplace in the coming years. Please check out the link below to see my more in-depth video about the Puffin. Which was the best? Now that was a real tough decision, but the one device that really opened my eyes to what is possible when you combine analog and digital technology to get amazing performance is the Parks Audio Puffin. It's my personal best of and favorite new device of 2021. As always, thanks for watching, and please hit the like button below to show your appreciation. If you enjoy videos similar to this, you may find the My Own Devices channel to be interesting and engaging, so please subscribe.